Alright, Evil Dead Rise hit theaters. Let's talk about it because holy fucking shit, this movie's goddamn insane. So, let's get right into it. Evil Dead Rise is a fucking messed up film. And I think it's all the better for it. The story centers around this family who uncovers the Book of the Damned, or the Dead. I think it's actually in the either way. They find there's this earthquake, split the ground open. These kids find it, and boom, bada bing. Now there's a big monster. So, as it's probably likely to tell from trailers and the advertising material, but the mom ends up being the haunted by the big ghost enemy of the film. And it's not that bad of a story. It is quite engaging, quite well told, but there are its issues where it's just your basic horror movie, because just like in every horror movie, the main characters can't do shit. They can't think for themselves. They always make the worst possible decisions. And that's not really a knock on this movie as much as it is just the horror genre, as no one can be smart for more than 3 seconds. The moment they're smarter for 5 seconds, oh, they gotta go stupid. And it's just really annoying because a good horror film would be able to make the horror aspects of it not based off of poor character choices, but due to them not actually being able to outsmart the evil spirits. But let's say, in terms of story, I'll give it a pass. It's a hand grenade score. Now, the cinematics, fucking hell, is what I have to say for that. Hand grenade score. Honestly, it's fantastic. I can't even describe it to you. You guys just have to witness it yourself, and preferably in the middle of the day, so that way you don't see things in the vision of your tired eyes. Acting. I really liked the acting here. It was solid. Everyone did a great job. Especially the mom, who was possessed the entire time. I have to say, that type of acting is really intensive and really satisfying if they do it properly. So I gotta say, the acting needs to get another hand grenade score. And let's get into the directing now. It was insanely well directed, although for a 90-minute film, it did feel rather long at some parts, and it felt like it just kept drawing out, although it used every minute of its runtime very wisely. It just felt like it could have been sped up. Like, the movie doesn't end when you expect it to end. And there were no scene felt unnatural. It just felt like the pacing was a little off. I don't know if that was really to create suspense or not, but the pacing did feel a little weird and a little unnatural. And because of that, I don't feel comfortable giving it a hand grenade. I gotta give it a hot pocket. Mostly due to the fact that this film, and we'll get to my expectations now, it's very much alright. It's what you would expect. Now, my expectations / experience, I don't know what I was expecting, in all honesty. I saw the trailers, and I was very confused. And then I saw the movie, and I was slightly less confused, as it was pretty by the numbers. Another issue, we had a fun time when we were grabbing concessions. Someone had told one of the people in the group that it was going, the ending was super messed up, And I'm like, kinda. I still think that the top tier horror movie I have ever seen is The Barbarian still, but I haven't seen many. But this one doesn't come close to the terrifying levels of Barbarian as much as this one is just horrifying. And you may be like, oh, those are the same things. I say no, as I literally looked up the definitions in order to make my point clearer. Yet, you're getting a grammar lesson today. So, I see a definition of horrifying as dismaying or greatly shocking, while terrifying is causing great fear or dread. I did not get great fear or dread, but I was very shocked. So I was very horrified, but not necessarily terrified at this film. And I guess that's why it's the horror genre and not the terrify genre. But in Barbarian, I was truly terrified. And that's just one of the tiny little things, as when I heard the news about that, it's a very shocking film, to be completely honest. But it's not necessarily the best. It's got great shock value, but it doesn't scare you. It doesn't terrify you. And for that, I'm going to have to give it a Hot Pocket score due to the fact that, yeah, I can just think of The Barbarian this whole time. And I'm like, ooh, that's more satisfying of a horror feature until the third act. But to be fair, this third act doesn't really land much either. Yeah, really disappointed there was no Bruce Campbell cameo. That would have been just enjoyable. Just, he's a random doorman or whatever. He doesn't even have to be his character, but if he just showed up in the film, I think I would have liked it a little bit more because, yeah, I'm a sucker for those. So, what does this movie get? I'm going to put it on the Hot Pocket side of the spectrum, even though it scored mostly hand grenades. The reason I put it on the Hot Pocket side of the spectrum is because there ain't no way in hell I'm rewatching this anytime soon. Because, shit, I would like to stomach my food for a good few months, but if I'm ever feeling like I can handle it on a full stomach, I will watch this again, and you will know what I mean by that when you see this film yourself. So, certified Hot Pocket movie. Be sure to comment down below if you're planning on seeing this, or if you've already seen it. All I'll say is, Jesus. Other than that, like, subscribe, and I'll leave you guys to it.